question 13. They are giving us two equations and they're asking us what is the value of x, and they're giving us this constraint where x is greater than 0. So right off the bat, I know this is going to be a kind of like a quadratic equation where you have to find multiple solutions, right? So let's just get right into it. So I'm just going to solve this by setting they give us two values of y. So that means we can set these two equations equal to each other like so. So 4x is equal to x squared minus 12. Anytime you have like a squared term, you want to bring all the x's over to one side and set the entire thing equal to 0. So I'm going to do that. So just basically put a 0 right here and then minus 4x on both sides. Okay, so then we are getting basically 0 is equal to x squared minus 4x minus 12, and now we need to factor it, right? So how do we factor this? Well, we have this c term right here. We need to figure out what two numbers multiplied together equal minus 12, and when added up together equals minus 4, right? So the only ones that do that are 2 times minus 6, right? Because 2 times minus 6 is going to be minus 12, and then 2 plus minus 6 is going to be minus 4. And then our factored form of this quadratic is going to be x minus, or x plus 2, right? X plus 2, and then we get an x minus 6, right? I think that should be good, right? Well, actually, let me just double check that. If you don't know where the plus and minus go, we can always write it this way, right? So we can just kind of factor it like this. So we can just split up the b term, right? So x squared is going to be plus 2x minus 6x minus 12. And let's just factor it from here, right? So these two terms, the common factor is going to be x, and then it's going to be the same thing as x times x plus 2. And then for these two terms, the common factor is minus 6. So then it's going to be minus 6 times the quantity x plus 2. Okay, so yeah, I was right the first time. So basically we can factor these out from both of these two terms, right? So then we get 0 is equal to x minus 6 and then x plus 2. Yeah, I just want to double check myself. But so yeah, basically that is our factored form of this equation. And what are the solutions for this? Well, basically we need to figure out what values of x make this equation true. So x can only be, right, 6, because 6 minus 6 is 0. Then that says the whole equation is 0. And then minus 2, right, because minus 2 plus 2 is going to be 0. But remember, we have this constraint, right? So then our only answer is going to be x plus